Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I've been having a play with my paper pumpkin. It's the one that is called Joy to the World, and I'm going to be kneading these out. So I've done one of each of the cards on the front, cute, but now I'm here to do some alternatives and give people extra ideas what they can do. So there's the labels. I'll show you the cards I've done already. It's dimensional. So there's this one. I didn't quite get it over to the left enough. I'm spread them out a little bit further, so it's not exactly the same as the one. And then that's the other one. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take the cards apart. We're going to maybe take the envelopes apart, but instead of taking the envelopes apart, because people have used the inside, which is just plain paper, and then they're getting all this waste. So I'm going to keep my envelopes as envelopes. And so I've fetched across, I've fetched some glitter card, I've got some gold foil card, I've got the foiling from the actual kit, and I went across and I chose anything with a cherry cobbler in there, my plaid tied-ins designer series paper. Some of these have got cherry cobbler in. Even a bit of black won't go amiss, or any other colour. Plus my in colours, which is the new in colour. Well, these. Let me put it up. So we've got spots and paint. We've got words and wood effect. They're the new ones. These are the old retired ones. So we've got white stripes and white dots. Or we've got cherry cobbler and cherry cobbler. And then also, I can't remember what that pack's called. Let me have a quick nose for you. It's in this one. It's not far. It's not that one. That one. 'Tis the Season. Designer says paper. And that has got cherry cobbler cardstock in. In fact, most of it's all cherry cobbler. So I've got all these to play with, and I've got one sheet of each of all the cherry cobbler. So I mean, you can use the green, I suppose, if you wanted on the other side. There was a little bit of just jade on there as well. I think that is just jade as well. With, let me see. It's cherry cobbler, it's garden green, real red, shaded spruce, whisper white, and basic black. Never mind whether we get to play with the green or just stick to the cherry cobbler. That doesn't bother me. So we've got all these extra beautiful patterns. We've got ones with poinsettias on, we've got ones with dots, we've got a plaid one, we've got this gorgeous paper here, and then this one, this one, this one, and this one. So we've got quite a lot to choose from. And I've also fetched across some vellum, some crumb cake, early espresso, just jade, and cherry cobbler. I've got more in my scraps bin if I need it. I don't know how many cards we're going to make. I'm just going to crack on and do a few with you. Just spin I've got the cherry cobbler, which is from the kit, which is lovely. I've got every stamp mounted. I've got my cherry cobbler. Oh, that's not cherry cobbler. Oh, I made a mango. That's one. So I've got my dark cherry cobbler blend as well. Yep, that's the dark one. Nib seems to be okay on that. So for colouring gems, because it didn't give us any gems, just ribbon. So, oh yeah. I'm going to colour off about 6 for now, and I can always colour more if I need them. Just leave them dry. But they colour up beautifully. So get your blends out, get your water pencils out. You can do all sorts. So I'm going to need some card bases, because I'm not just going to waste the beautiful cards. They can be cut up, they can be used. I've got white card bases. I have them on hand always in my drawer at the side of me. I've got extra whisper white here if I need it. So let's grab a couple out for now. If I do 2 cards today and maybe 2 cards another day, and then maybe 2 cards until we've used the whole kit, well, that will give you some more ideas on how to use this beautiful kit instead of just getting 8 cards. Why not get 28 cards, or maybe whatever. Maybe we could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 possibility then of 13. Oh, 13, 14, because I'll use a more, I don't mind. We've got the joy in the French, we've got the peace, and we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 6 cards could be there with a bit of designer series paper, some ribbons. We've got the labels. We can always make some more with our stitched things, but yeah, it's endless. We can make so many different alternatives. I enjoyed doing the alternative ones when we were doing the last paper pumpkin we had. We've only ever had 2, see over here. So I'm going to use my bone folder. I like to crease on both sides. It flattens the card out instead of it poking open. So let's grab some designer series paper. Let's decide what we fancy, because we could have got all these as well, which is the cable knit. See, an old one, that one. We could literally just chop that off, cut it in half, lay a piece on top. Oh, that's perfect. They're exactly the same as my cards, so just save me messing around. I could even use the back of this because it complements, and it will save on my cardstock as well. So if I just put that in both pieces and do 3 7/8. 1, I don't have to worry. I haven't got to cut my card in hard. And then spin that around to 5 5/8, and that's my layering. I could choose to keep that little piece. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'm going to leave them on the side, and let's do that. Actually, I like that cardstock. So don't ever throw these bits away either. So now I'm just going to cut literally corner to corner. So I've got 2 sections now that I can go on cards. Beautiful. Like I say, I've got some gold foil. That could go on there beautifully. Or we could spin that around. Heaven. Layer that on there. We could have our sentiment there. Beautiful. Either the floral wreath. It's endless what we can do. So let me grab my foiling sheet. And I'm going to cut this down to 6. And then I'm going to take a 1/2 inch. So this is quite a long card. So let me just do it from this end for a second. Now I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fetch my trim, and I can get 1/8 of an inch if I want to, or 3/8 of an inch. So I've got that down to 6. Let me trim that end off because it looks a bit rough. And then let's pop this in. Let's do 1/4 inch and hope it goes along the side of my card. So, oh, not quite long enough, look. So doesn't matter, we've got this piece, or we can even just turn this piece round and do it that way. So let me get, I'll leave those there. I'll do a couple of strips. I'll do 1/8 of an inch. And I'll do 2 of those. Doesn't mean we're going to add them on, but they will never go to waste. And then we've got 2/4 inch. So there's those 2/4 inch ones in the longer length. So I just don't want to keep pulling this up every 2 minutes, just to cut myself some cardstock. So a nice long piece. Now that can be added. We can trim off any excess. Perfect. We've got that beautiful gold edge going along the top. So let me get my glue out. I know I prefer to use I prefer to use tape really with this, but as long as I don't put too much on and don't go sliding it all over the place, then I can get this go on and keep that relatively even. Don't worry about any bits, you know I can get rid of those with a little simple piece of tissue, which I've got to hand somewhere. Well, I did have. I've got my, there we go, I've got my cleaning cloth instead. Perfect. So now all I have to do is take my scissors, trim along that edge. That way I know it's still got that point. And then do the same with this one. Follow that down. And I've got that perfect edge there. Fabulous. Maybe I should attach a few. Mind you, who says we're going to be using this shape, so that is perfect. So that then can be attached on there. I love that that point is just perfect. And if needs be, you could always put it back on your trimmer and do the 3 7/8 by 5 5/8 yet again to keep that perfectly straight. So I've got myself a nice little border now all the way around. Gives me plenty of space to stamp something beautiful. And I also found all my retired, I've got my pearlescent doilies, I've got the coloured doilies, I've got love hearts if needs be, I've got metallic ones, I've even got the snowflakes. So those snowflakes in the gold will look beautiful with one of these beautiful wreaths on the inside. So let's start off with the wreath, because I've wasted on 2 cards 1 whole sheet when I could be making 1, 2, 3 cards with 1 sheet instead of just 2. So let's pop out the centre. You can keep the centres as well if you want to. I forgot all about these. Let's get that out. Grab myself a little snowflake. We've all got retired stock, so that on there, we did that in the back. That is absolutely beautiful, and we haven't finished there, so maybe we make more than 2 cards, who knows, because I've got that beautiful wreath, and I've got, I know they sent an ink spot, but I'd sooner dunk into the real size one because I don't have to tappy tap all the way around. So let's get this. And let's place that on the top. Perfect. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I've got a little bit of a boo-boo down the bottom, but I'm not worried about that in the slightest. On my cleaning cloth to keep my beautiful stamp set clean. Leave that out for a while. So this can be attached onto the back of there, and I'm even going to pop this on dimensionals. There they are. Grab my scissors. Where have they gone? There we go. Forget my head if it was loose. I always like to cut around the outside. I prefer to use that first. And I've normally got a pen mark on these, but let's not worry about that today. Perfect. I mean, I could actually literally just get a piece of this as well. Let's just see what any one of these would look like. You know, can you imagine that under there? Mind you, I shouldn't have glued that down really, but I'm not going to use that on this card, but we will be using some of these beautiful papers on our other card. Perfect. Right. Oh, excuse me, I've got an itch. Where's those labels? Where'd they go? There they are. So I've got a couple of labels here. Maybe, I don't want to hide that wreath though with too much of a sentiment. We've got the words joy, which could go down there. To the world, but then it'll be to the world up there and joy down the bottom. That joy is way too big for that one. Whoa, yes, definitely. What have we got else here? Sending joy. Yeah, that could work, couldn't it? What's this one say? To be you and yours. Joy. Maybe the Merry Christmas then. And we've used the shaded spruce, so I'm going to use the cherry cobbler. Nice dark rich colour. Have we decided yet what we're doing, Gaynor? We're going to do, let's do the Merry Christmas. And I'm just going to pop that right down there at the bottom of this card. Absolutely gorgeous. Love that. You know me though, I don't like stains. So let's put those strips up there. Oh, look at that. It's pink. I no worry there whatsoever. I've got my box. I tell you what, I'll do this at the end, I think. I don't know if I think my cloth's gone a bit dry, yeah, so I'll clean those at the end with my bleachy bleach. So as long as we get the bulk of it off. Okay, what I have got, let me have a look. Cleaning pad, because I've got OCD big time. And I just need to have that pink off there. I will be using the red again, but I like to clean in between because that's just me. So just jade now. So let's pop this now on dimensionals. Give it plenty of dimension. Perfect. Let's see where we're going to pop this beautiful wreath. I think I'm going to have the centre, so it's right in the centre where the gold bit is. So that to me looks perfect. And now I fetched other ribbons across as well. I know it's real red, but it will go, and that's got a bit of gold on, so let's use that. Can't even pick my bow maker up and make ourselves a gorgeous bow. Let's see if we can do it by hand actually. And fat fingers don't help when you come into tie bows, girls and boys. At least there we go, we get a gorgeous pretty bow. So let's cut that off, make it level, or roughly. There we go, that's got it. That is so pretty. Or we could stick that on the bottom there. That is just so cute. So let's pop it on the actual wreath. Just going to hold that into place with my pokey tool. Just give that a second to go off. Grab those lovely, lovely gems. the backing is coming off, that's what it is. Perfectly dry now. And I think I popped that one there. Oh my goodness, how cute is that? That is card number 1. Isn't that beautiful? Totally different than the kit. So let's pop that to one side with an envelope. Absolutely gorgeous. So now I've got 3 cards made. I know the 2 are out the kit, but they're still Christmas cards. Love it, love it, love it. Right, another card base. Also give that burnish on both sides. Perfect. We do have the other half of this. Again, we could just do that, but this time we could add our designer series paper behind it. Lovely. And have that on the card with a gold strip in the centre. I'm going to be thinking less red and more cuteness. So that's going to go on. Is it that one? It's not pulling me to it yet. Let's have a look. Maybe that one. They're all so beautiful. Cherry cobbler and gold go so beautiful together. My gorgeous friend Cheryl, it's her favourite combo. So I think I'm going to have this one. So let's get our trimmer. And 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. So that's a nice little strip that could go on the inside. I'm not going to stop there. We're going to cut this corner to corner, as we did with the card base. Perfect. Oh, right, Gaynor's cut it the wrong way. Yeah, I should have cut it backwards. No worries, we can use that on a different card. Let's get a different piece of cardstock. Alright, we've got little stripes. Let's go with this. Right, turn it over, Gaynor. Because I want the opposite piece now. Should have realised about that. Another piece to go on the inside. The only thing is, at my desk, that's it. Perfect. Should now give me the opposite. Yay! There we did it. And my strip in between. I want that long one. I want the longer one. Beautiful. So let's do as we did before. Unblock my glue. I'm going to add it a little bit lower down so we can trim off. Make sure we get the same distance. Top and bottom. Perfect. Don't worry about any bits that fall out. So I want to do this properly. Put that right along the edge. Perfect. And then I put this right along the edge, making sure you've got it right down the edge. All the way to the end and chop. Perfect points every time. Tiny little bit there, and I'm on about minuscule. Now it's perfect, look. Love it. So I'm going to glue this first piece down. Into place. And then this piece is going to go just there. I might have to come up a little bit. I might have to cut a little bit off this actually. Oh, look at that. It's going to overflap on my card. So, da 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 da. Right. It's not going to make a point, is it? Let me just check something, girls and boys. 3 7/8 over. How can I work this now? Trim off the bottom, Gaynor. Just trim off the bottom. So make that your 5 5/8. And trim off the bottom. And then that should be perfect. Ta-da! Trim off the bottom. So now that can get glued down as well. Just come on in, only I know. Do, 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 do. So pop that on the corner and fetch that one over to that one. Perfect seam. A little cleaning cloth. So cute. I'm going to use one of these squares. And I'm going to get, let's measure. The easiest way is just close that down. So that's 3 by 3 1/4. So cherry cobbler. I've also fetched across some embossing folders. So 3 1/4. So we do 3 3/8 by 3 1/8. That should fit over there beautiful with a nice little border. Look how cute that is. Oh, I wish that was more square. No, that's fine. Do 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 do. I love Christmas. Sometimes. I think it's great for the kids, but I'm past all that now. So that is going to go on there, on dimensionals. And we're going to do one of these gold words. I don't want the piece one. There we go. I'm going to have this one that says to you and yours. And we're going to have the big gold joy. Joy to you and yours. Maybe we'll pop one of these gorgeous flowers on there as well. Pop that there. All fingers and thumbs. Joy on there. And then to you and yours there. Oh, that's cute. Thing is, it's going to be that tiny. You would need tiny little strips if you wanted to pop that off the card. Let me just think. That could be done. So let's pop this on dimensionals. That gorgeous flower. Are we going to have it down the bottom? Yeah, let's have it in the centre down the bottom. And I've put the words joy above the top. Where's that? Ah, the dot's still there if I wanted to use it. But I would like to have that half on and off. Maybe we could add a tiny fragment of dimensional. Little strips. Let's see if that will work. So the backings have come off okay. Just got to get it unstuck off my desk. Perfect for that one. Whoops, where'd that go? There it is. I found it. Let's get that stuck on the joy. There we go. That is cute. And then just add a touch of glue on the bottom so they're overlapping. And we've got a dimensional, we haven't got one under there, but we've got one there and one there, and the rest is just going to float. I'm going to glue this down. I'll pop that in the centre of our card. Just making sure it's level. That is so sweet. Love that. And we're going to joy to the world, or to you and yours. Right, let's think. Oh, Mr. Boyce. Oh my goodness, I've got so much on my desk. Thank you, Mr. Boyce. You're a diamond. Thank you for my tablet. Okay. Sorry, ladies, got to take this. Thank you. Oh wow. Let me just check. Oh, battery's about to go, so I'm going to just do 2 cards with you tonight, and then we'll do another 2 in 2 days, and another 2 and another 2. So I'm going to have to you and yours, and I'm not going to do it in the green. Yeah, well, because there's a little bit of green on there. Perfect. I'm going to pop that on dimensionals as well. And it'll give me a chance to think up some other ways of using this gorgeous kit. That looks in the centre to me. Right, now for the joy with the dot. It's there. There it is. I need a tiny minuscule of dimensional. Wait a second, ladies. Dimensional there, tiny little bit again. There's a tiny little bit there. I think would or should. Right, now I can pick that up. I know it's fiddly, but I'm just gonna, oh, there you go. You can't see it. Look, tiny. That is so cute. Right, and this time we're going to use the baker's twine, the linen thread. That come with the kit. No, we're not. Not without my bow maker anyway. Just run your fingers down it and it takes all those kinks, most of them out anyway, so. Perfect. And we're just gonna have this. Let's just have a wander now, see where we can pop this little cutie right on the tip of here. Tiniest little dot there, just to house my bow on the end. That is too cute. It will stick eventually. And then those beautiful cherry cobblers rhinestones again. Give me a chance to organise my desk a little bit more, I think. So, 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, that is so cute. And there is card number 2. So, I hope you've enjoyed. Come back in, I'll do Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays and Sundays. So whatever day this comes out on, the first one, come back 2 days after or the next day, depending if it goes out on a Saturday. Come and get back again tomorrow. See what I've put out for tomorrow. So these are my two alternative cards to the card kit. Cute as buttons, love them both. So take care, come back, see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.